Hey everybody, TBC here. Well, it's finally here. The day the new TLP server rule set for EverQuest is announced. And boy, there's a whole lot to get into. I want to give you the lowdown on what exactly they have announced for this brand new TLP server coming in May in today's EverQuest producers letter. So let's get right on into it. Here we go. We got today the EverQuest producers letter. Very quickly, I actually really like this art piece. You've got Kelethin, Caladim, Felwith, Splitpaw, Wizard Spire, the Plane of Fear portal, Freeport, Druid Rings. There's a lot going on. I actually really enjoyed that piece of art when I saw it. And this one as well for the 26th anniversary poster. I thought that was pretty cool too. But we're not here for any of this, let's be honest. What we are here for is the TLP server rule set. So they have gone straight off the bat, expanded start. What does that mean? Well, last year on Teak we started in Kunark. This year we are starting with Kunark, Velius and Lucklin unlocked. That's huge. We've not had a Lucklin start since Celos, I believe, was the last one. It opens up so much more, like leveling routes, mounts straight off the bat, so you're not constantly have to sit down for casters. Really good. I like the idea of doing something a little bit different. A lot of people are very purist and they like the classic start, but we've seen from last year's Tormax that just isn't going to cut it anymore. They've gone with this expanded start. I'm cool with it. Not a big deal for me. And as it says, Vashir straight off the go, Beast Lords as well. Great. It's going to be level locked to level 50. And I was scratching my head on this one. Yes, the player base, I think a lot of player base has been asking for a harder challenge. And Viniki was a bit of an unsung hero in that it presented challenge and some really useful rewards. But not many players really played on it long term. They just got the rewards and got out, as no doubt we'll be doing before this TLP. But there is a bit of a problem with being level locked at level 50. You don't have any AAs, so and abilities. Like warriors don't even have defensive. So trying to do some of these raids is going to be extremely challenging, if not impossible, for your regular player. They're also doing, get this, 24 weeks at level 50. 24 weeks at level 50. I was like, you're joking, right? What's there to do in all that time without any AAs to farm? That's a really long time to spend at level 50. And then increase the cap to 60. But there's no more content. 12 weeks after the 60 planes of power. So 24 plus 12 of Lucklin. That's 36 weeks. That's a good chunk of a year spent in Lucklin. I don't think there's the content there to support a player base sticking around for that. I think that's way too long. Once Planes of Power unlocks, regular cadence follows with a compressed level 70. Fine, you do that every single server. Then Resource Hunter. And from the discussions today, people really haven't been talking about this at all. Every day at midnight Pacific, a limited number of zones will be assigned a random bonus. You don't know what they are, where they are. You've got to find them and share your discovery with the community. And it could be things like increased XP, great. Increased loot, great. Increased AAs in 50 plus zones, great. Increased coin drops, not so great. Reduce NPC spawn times, not as good as you think it is. Increased rare spawns, great. And more. So probably increased faction as well, not so great. That's a feature that hasn't really been touched upon by a lot of people. I like that idea. I like that it's going to get people out there, potentially exploring different zones, different leveling opportunities as well. That's fantastic. Wish they did more of that kind of thing. Name reservations, whatever, that's fine. Encounter locking. Initially had some controversy, but guess what? It is back. We are going to have encounter locking, which they first came out with on Oakwind. A lot of controversy. EverQuest has never had it. A lot of games back then did eventually come out with it, like World of Warcraft. Overall, I think it received a lot of praise as it went on and people got used to it. Obviously they like it because it means less customer service tickets for them. I'm fine with it. I'm not bothered by it. Fine if it's there, fine if it's not. Cool. The good thing is it means you can't get trained for the most part, and you can usually happily let a train walk past you if someone wants the zone, and you don't get caught up in the mix of that. Legacy characters. So on Oak Queen with the encounter locking, we also got legacy characters. The big fans of that rule set, so they're doing it again, but it will also include alternate personas, and the legacy character was like a bonus. If you got one character to level 60, your next character got a 10% XP bonus, and the character after that got another 10% XP bonus, all the way up to 100%. Now it's going to include personas in that mix as well, so one character, multiple personas will also get that legacy bonus up to 100%. That's great. I'm happy with that. Also included in that as well is the heirloom rule set, which means you can freely move the vast majority of items between different characters on that account. That's great. So you get an item rotting on a raid, no one in your raid needs it, you've got an alt that does, you can loot it on your main. Even if it's no drop, you can heirloom move it to your alt. Fine with that. I think that's a really smart rule set. Happy to do that. Now there's a lot I like about this rule set, such as the look clean start for something new, but there's an awful lot of questions and the time frames are so out. Raiding, I don't see how raiding is going to work on this server at all. I think about it, you're level 50 trying to do Vex Val, you're not going to be able to do it. You're just simply not going to be able to do it. You will have to min-max your raid insanely, because none of your warriors will have gear. A lot of the gear has level restrictions on it in Lucklin, so anything you loot in Vex Val you're not going to be able to use anyway. It's just going to sit in your bag for however many weeks it is. That's crazy. That absolutely needs to change. Much like they did on Veniki, they need to lower the level requirements for looted gear to make it worth your while. Also, spell resists need a Veniki treatment as well. Otherwise, a level 50 caster is not going to be able to land a spell on any raid mob or any higher level mob. You will encounter a lot of resists. What does this mean? It means you're not going to play them. It means you are going to absolutely stack your raid. 12 warriors, because you're going to need them for the AC and the mitigation. 12 clerics, not to heal, just to res with the click sticks, because no aggro from that. And the rest of your raid, monks. And you're just going to be constantly resing the warriors in, because they will get one shot with this rule set. Yeah, it's going to be a very challenging server to raid. Some of the later raids in Era, such as in Velius, where they absolutely start to hit like a truck, and at level 50, it's just a bad combo. This server might be viable if they give it the Veniki treatment, if they change around some of those time scales, because they're so long in Lucklin. So long. But otherwise, Lucklin start, I'm for it. Anyway, I just wanted to get a quick video out today to let you know about the rule set, let you know some of my first thoughts. I need to sit down and go through it and think about it, do a bit of theory crafting. I'm going to bring another video later on in the week, giving some of my more detailed thoughts on how this server can be improved. Let me know down in the comments below your first impressions. What do you think? I'll have another video coming out to you later this week with a bit more detail. Other than that, I'm the Brick Nook, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.